Hi, I'm Lisa from sewnlife.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little bunny basket. It's got its little tail and whiskers here, and then you can put all your Easter treats inside. It's really easy to make, so let's get going. So this is what you're going to need to make the bunny bag. This is all cut out of felt, and I've actually used a wool blend felt here. It's in like a marl colour to give it a nice look. So I've got two body pieces here, which are 55 centimetres by 27 centimetres, two of those. Then I've got four pieces here to make the ears. These are 10 centimetres by 32. And I've got two pieces here to make the strap, and that's 5 centimetres by 44 centimetres. Then I've got a pom-pom for the tail and some embroidery thread that I'm going to use for the whiskers, and then you'll also need a glue gun to stick this on. Okay, so first things first, going to sew round all three of these edges. Now, because this is felt, it doesn't have a wrong side and a right side, so it doesn't matter. It looks both, it looks the same on either side. It also doesn't need edging because it doesn't fray. It's a brilliant fabric to work with. Okay, so the three sides are sewn now, and we're going to create the boxing on the corners in a second. But before that, it's a good idea, because this is not lined, so these seams will be shown. It's a good idea to just press the edges. Now, you can either just press it with your fingers, like I'm doing here, or take it to the iron and iron it, and you'll see that it's going to help at this next stage. Right, so we're going to box the corners now. So take your hand inside the bag, and what you're going to do is on the corner, basically just fold the corner like that, and what you want is this seam and this seam to lie on top of each other. So we'll do the measurement first. So we're just going to measure down. So from the point we're going to measure 5 centimetres and pin it, and then what I'm going to do is go inside and check that those two seams match, which they do, so that's perfect. So we'll now pin across here, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other corner, and then we'll go over to the sewing machine, and then we're going to just simply sew right the way across there. Now just need to cut these bits off about a centimetre away. Cut the first one off and second one off. Now, although you don't need to hem felt because it doesn't fray, I'm actually going to turn over the top portion of this about 3 centimetres and hem it, and I'm going to just hem it along there, just because I think it will be nice to have a nice rounded edge there. Okay, so that's all sewn down. So now we're going to go ahead and make the strap and the ears. Okay, so to make the strap, I'm going to fold it so that it's folded that edge, it's about 1 centimetre, and the other side by about 1 centimetre, and then, in fact, no, a little bit more than that, so they definitely cross over. I want them to make sure they cross over there, and I'm going to pin it in place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down there. Okay, now if you want to, you can iron it. I'm just doing this by eye. So it's sewn that side, and there's the line of stitching. So that's going to look nice. I'm going to turn these into the ears. So what I'm going to do is fold this in half, and what I want is the last bit to be like a bunny shape. So I want it to be in a bunny shape of an ear. So I'm just going to freehand cut it like that. Then I want that to be the same as that one. So I want the two ears to be the same shape, and follow that shape. But now what I want to do is I now want to cut out the white fabric that's in the middle of it. So I want the white fabric to just sit slightly inside so that you can see the grey on either side like that. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to follow the same shape as this. So I'm going to fold this back in half. Because I want this to be slightly sort of slimmer, I'm going to put this there, look. So when I cut it out, there's like a gap. Just freehand tidying this up a little bit. I don't mind that it's slightly uneven. I think that just adds a bit of a cuteness to it. I think that's going to look sweet. And then I'm going to do the same to the other one. Because I'm thinking about it and I'm doing this freehand, what I want to do is I want to give this a little bit of shape here. So rather than it being square there, I just want to round that off. I'll go and do exactly the same to this second one now. Okay, so now that both of the ears are ready, I'm going to sew around the edge of the white. And what I'm going to do is on my machine, I'm going to change my thread. So I've got white on this side and grey on this side. Okay, so just go and top stitch that on the machine. Okay, so the ears are done, and now they're going to be attached to the bag. So this is the wrong side of the bag still. So what we're going to do is take the ears, put them on the centre seam, so centralise it, put a pin in it, and that is going to be sewn across there, following the same stitch line so that it's not seen on the outside, and the same on the other side. So we'll take it to the machine and stitch across there. So now that the bunny ears are on, what we're going to do is attach the strap. So the strap is going to go across the middle like that. So in order to find the middle, simply put the two ears together, and then if you pull it apart, you'll find the middle point. So at the middle point, you're then going to put the strap in, pin it in place, make sure you've got it the right way around. There we go. Pin it in place, and then you're going to do 2 lines of stitching. So a line of stitching across the top, and then another line of stitching here that is in line with the stitching that's already there. Go over the sides several times just to make it really strong, because this is what is going to carry the weight. And then simply do exactly the same over the other side. Pin it, do the same two lines of stitching, and let's take it over to the sewing machine. So the handle's on, attached, ears are on, and then what we're going to do now is deal with this front section. So I'm going to put this pom-pom on, which is the bunny's tail. I've just put 2 pins there so that I can make sure that I put it in the right place. And then once that pom-pom's on, I'm going to then embroider the face, but I want that in place first so that I can just see exactly where I want it. So I've got a glue gun here. I do like using a glue gun, and I'm gonna put some glue on this pom-pom, put that right in the middle. So the pom-pom's in place and dried, and what I'm going to do now is, this is the sort of the front area, so I just want to add some whiskers last of all, and I've put 3 pieces of embroidery thread in place just so that I can use them as a bit of a guide. I've sort of moved them around and played with them, and I think that's where I'd like them to go. So I'm going to get my embroidery thread now, and I'm going to copy that pattern. I've got my thread, put a knot at the end, and I'm going to start here at this one. Okay, come through. I'm going to go gently because I don't want to knock these pieces off because they're my guide, and then I'm going to go in. I'll take that first piece out, and I'm going to come up there for the second piece. Whoops. Okay. Now go to the back. I'm going to tie a knot. Oh, that does look cute. And there we have it. Our bag. Put all the little Easter gifts in there, and it's an open basket, so you can fit lots in there. So I hope that you really enjoyed making the little bunny basket and that you're going to get a lot of fun out of either using it yourself or gifting it to somebody else. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see you in one of my next videos. So hop on over to the next one and I will see you there. Have a great day. Bye.